Alright, welcome to today's video. It's a Thursday and we're at Meihan Sportsland. I'm actually shooting this at the end of the day because I didn't end up shooting anything at the start of the day. But today is Osaka and Wakayama qualifying for Kansai All-Stars, and I already know what happened, but stick around for the rest of the video and you'll find out. Alright, so I've just been up for 2 runs and I didn't show this before, but yeah, it's no longer super clean anymore. I'll chuck the video in, but basically I didn't get it into gear, and maybe I sat on the handbrake too long and it made the car over rotate, and I couldn't get on the gas fast enough to pull up. So yeah, did this damage here. I think we've added more tires on the wall as well, so it's helped all around the back. It knocked out the alignment a little bit. That's not all, that's just water from cooling it down. Like bent some tabs here. And then, so you cracked the bumper here. The mount on the bumper over there and here. So it shouldn't be too hard to fix. But other than that, the car seems to be going pretty good. It seems like the water temperature issue is fixed with those caps I changed. And now just the oil gets like a little bit hot, but it's nothing. It's probably gets to like about 110 max, and I let it cool down, and the water's about mid. The water's about mid 80s. And yeah, today we're meant to be wearing gloves and long sleeves, so I chucked on the suede wheel to work with the gloves I'm using, because otherwise the leather Fabulous wheel I normally use it's like super slippery with gloves, so I've opted out of that. And the only other thing is it's not really geared properly for Mayhem. It's kind of like the gearing's a bit too long, so when you're in third it's like not really in the power band, and then second it's also not in the power band when you're at the final corner with the hairpin. and we've just all be qualifying for Kansai All-Stars for Osaka, and Wakayama has been done, and so I didn't make the first heat, but they did like 2 other heats for the rest of the people out of the best out of 3, and I haven't found out yet, so I'll put that in somewhere in the end of the video, I guess, see where I came. But for now, definitely improved a lot throughout the day, but while it's just like 3 runs now, I'll just do a little pit walk and show you guys the cars that are here today. Start up with my car. Got Macy's car next to me, which we'll probably do a machine check on sometime. And another couple of the cars. This is a 1JS15. He qualified for the Osaka team. Then we've got Hiro's car, which we did a machine check on, and he came first place. He was driving super good today. And then I think all these guys are from Wakayama. The clean S14 Roadster, which looks like a handful to drive. This is a bit different. It's like a RB25 S13. It's clean. Another street looking S15. The stockish SR20 dip. S13. Another S13. The S14. This is another guy that qualified for Osaka. This, I'm not sure if this is a SR20 Vet one, but he had a SR20V Sylvia. And this is just normal SR with a big turbo on it. We'll go over here. I don't know if you can hear me because it's super loud, but I'll do my best to try and talk a little bit loud. Got a Supermate or like Mighty Boy S15. He was in my group with the guys that didn't make it on the first round, so it still hasn't been announced yet, but I think he's one of the guys that'll go through. I think that's the new G-Series Garrett. Super cool looking S15, super good driver. Another S15 that's been around forever at Meihan is also a super good driver that was in the same group as me. One there, and another 180 I think from Wakayama. S14, the Lifeguard S15. Probably one of the top Wakayama cars. Super clean, has been driving here for a long time as well. DV S15. Another S13, for driving for Osaka. The S14 or 15 engine with the TD06. Got this one there, drives in the JDC, the new Drift Championship in Japan, and he also drives in Formula D. And then we've got this orange 180 who is I'm fairly certain from Nara, but just practicing today. This thing had its pod on open before and was also a TD06 setup. It's definitely probably one of my favourite cars here. He won All-Stars I think a year or 2 back. We got the Meihan S15. Got Mickey's S13. Guess she's just practicing here today for All-Stars because today is just qualifying for Wakayama and Osaka, so she's in Nara, so just a practice day for her. Go down the end here and loop around there and finish it off. Yo! the boys here. C33 Laurel, which was driving for Wakayama too. This was the guy that was at the first event we took the FD to. Then some more, most of these guys down this end are from Wakayama, and pretty much, well, the bulk of them is like S15s. This thing's pretty cool. R33, don't really see Skylines here. Looks to be RB26 with a big Borg Warner on it. And he's pretty much drives it the same style as everyone's driving in a Sylvia, so I don't think the big chassis with the big engine is holding them back too much. It's 14. Then there's 180, or still 80. Oh no, it's yeah, it was still 80, but he's changed it to a 180 front now. He also qualified for the Osaka thing. Thing could almost pass as like a full-on street car, but this guy drives the hell out of it and always qualifies real high for Osaka. SR20 dirt. Looks to be like a 3076 or something like that. Garrett turbo, pretty intake. So I'm guessing it's probably 450 horsepower around. Yeah, super clean, super good driver. Got another S13. Definitely seen some time on the wall, but yeah, also another like super good driver. Clean 180. Street legal, but was still driving Mayhem. S14 TD06. Then it's Naoki's, I believe it's Naoki's son's car, and he had a bit of a bin this morning, so yeah, I guess they're packing up for today. One there. And now that's pretty much it for the cars, and we're back at the FD now, so yeah, just a quick little idea of the cars here today. Not the busiest day, but definitely still a few people. much footage as I would have liked, but I thought I'd just take this moment now to do a little bit of a debrief and kind of fill in the gaps. So as you saw from my first qualifying runs that I posted up there, or first practice runs and qualifying runs, my driving wasn't really the best in the morning, but as you could see, I improved and started getting more of a hang of it again after getting some good advice from Yota and Casey. Basically what I was doing is, if you look on Meihan, they've got the finish line Meihan stand post. So I was entering a little bit before that, where to kind of get the entry right, you want to enter a little bit after that. But if you've ever driven Meihan before, you're basically trying to pick up as much speed as you can in third gear coming down that straight, and just entering that little bit later there is really intimidating because it doesn't look like you've got a whole lot of runoff. So you're how much further and later can I go? Because one, it's going to be faster, and two, you're going to have less room to slow down. So it's kind of judging that fine line between too early and not making the corner, which is what I was doing, or too late and fully overshooting it. And if you've seen Meihan crashes, you know what that looks like. And well, yeah, from the start of the day, I could have had I got pretty damn lucky, to be honest. But yeah, so Meihan's just a fine line, and yeah, it really takes a lot of practice. But that being my first time there, and I looked at my Instagram post from my last time there, and it was 2 years ago in the wet. So yeah, not surprising. I was pretty rusty, especially in a new car as well. But yeah, all in all, it went pretty good. Oh yeah, I didn't end up making the team, but we went on to those 2 extra sudden death rounds for the last 3 spots with me and a whole bunch of other guys, which were all super talented drivers. But yeah, this year just didn't end up making the cut. Obviously I really wanted to, but I haven't practiced and had the car set up right, so it's kind of to be expected, being Kansai's hardest competition. Yeah, bummed, but understandable. I mean, yeah, the driving wasn't the best, and yeah, I've definitely got room to improve with my driving on that course and in general, plus the car setup. But at least now I kind of know where I'm at with the car and my driving, and I know what I want to change for next time. Basically, the main down points of the car was the biggest one being the diff, and then after that it's just playing with alignments and probably putting some new tires and stuff like that on the car, so it's got a bit more grip and feels a bit more responsive. It felt pretty good, but the front tires on it are real old, so I'd like to freshen that up and maybe try some high grip stuff on the rear, even though the chassis makes a whole lot of grip. But it's still the Meihan, especially if I want to push it and enter faster, having that little bit more confidence to pull out of the corner in time is definitely something that doesn't hurt. So yeah, that's kind of 2 things I really want to change for next time. Other than that, just a whole bunch of practice, and you wouldn't mind making the car look a bit nicer, well, putting wide fenders and making the car look a bit cooler how I want it. But yeah, it's a fine line between, do I want to drive or do I want to work on the car and make it look cooler? But yeah, basically diff, some tires, general maintenance, and I might do some water squirters and stuff like that, just to the water temp is good now, but the oil temp gets up a little bit, so yeah, I want to try sort that out so I can feel more confident in the car, with the car's engine, and yeah, just drive more and harder. So yeah, that's pretty much the main points I kind of wanted to debrief. Yeah, I guess if you've never really driven Mayhem before, you wouldn't know that point about entering later, on that corner, and how much of a big difference it really does make. So yeah, I thought it might be interesting for other people to know how specific that course is, for it to it's a make it or break it course, all these little small details. So yeah, definitely challenging, even though it's like it's looks simple, but it's not that way at all. But yeah, as always guys, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, maybe check out another one, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, cheers guys, see you later.